Good morning. How are you? I'm so excited about today. Today is our last Thursday Money Talk. Why is that? Oh, I'm so excited to share with you. My podcast is going to be launched August 9th. It's called Lead a Life Uncommon. It's all of the things we've been talking about for years in one location. I'm so thrilled out of my mind about it. So what are some of the topics? It's everything from money, high achievers, success, boundaries, relationships, navigating, becoming a powerful woman or being a powerful woman in a dynamic, in a love relationship. What does this mean for your friends? Like, how do you master your thinking? How do you be the leader of your life? All the things, that's all the stuff we're going to be talking about. Lead a life uncommon. That's your job while you're here, right? So that will be launched. You'll get to hear that August 9th, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Our kickoff will be actually 4 episodes. So I'm going to continue doing Biz Bites on Mondays. That's Monday morning, 7 a.m., 10 minutes or less of business bite-sized action steps to get your week started off right. And then on Wednesdays, we will have the podcast sent out to you. So you're going to notice a change in my newsletter, my weekly content. There's going to be that subtle shift around the conversation of not just like how to develop a business, not just making money, but really more focused on all of the components of success and what does that look like? Because I know if you're here, you don't want to be Sally Jane average. You don't want to be mediocre. You don't want to be, I wish I would have. I coulda, shoulda, woulda. I know that's not who you are, and that's not who you want to be moving forward. You want to connect with your future evolved self, and that will be one of the gifts that I'll be giving, and I'll be talking about at the end of every podcast, a meditation, a complete little mini workshop that I've done, all on making that connection with your future evolved self and how to really embody that and be her now, whether it's to make money, whether it's to bring in your perfect body for you, right? Your loved one, all the things. And it's really teaching the methodology that I've employed over the years to create the life and business that I have. A global consulting company, a multiple 7-figure life, assets, multiple homes. I want you to have that. So my entire mission really is for every single woman that I come in contact with, not just to have the most incredible business, but to feel like she's the most incredible person that she can be. And so that you really can have that freedom that you want in all areas. Freedom with money, freedom with time. Time is such the precious asset. And the reality is that having emotional freedom, emotional wellness is the catalyst for every single thing. If you are not emotionally healthy, you will not have the greatest health physically. You will not have healthy relationships. You will not make a shit ton of money. I promise you, if you don't get your emotional stuff right, you're not going to make a shit ton of money, period. And some would argue, but there are people who make a lot of money and they're emotionally unhealthy. Well, those aren't you. Those are not my people. My people are you who want to have a life where you can enjoy what you've created guilt-free, that you can be her unapologetically. And then the whole Lead a Life Uncommon, eventually I'm going to offer, and this is months down the road, just a very reasonable, like normal priced program that's like 4 to 6 weeks. I haven't finally decided on this, that you and me are not just going to focus on money, because I still have my business consulting, but we're going to really focus on all the key areas of your life that matter. And of course, that's what the podcast is talking about. So for those of you who are like, but you're going to do Biz Bites on Monday. Yes, because I am 1000% committed to helping as many women as I can join the 5% Club, be a part of the 5% Club. You're going to hear more about that in the coming months, but It's specifically designed for women who have gotten over that six figures. And there was a time, my friends, that six figures meant something, right? It's like you can't live on 100 grand anymore. You can't. Not if you want to have some of those quote extras. And guess what extras look like nowadays, you guys? A facial, a freaking like housekeeper, get a lawn guy, get somebody to do your laundry, go get a massage. It's expensive nowadays to live. So $100,000 just isn't cutting it anymore. So not only the Biz Bites will be directed truly for business development, business some strategy. If you are over currently six figures, if you're over six figures now, I want you to join my free Facebook group. It's a different Facebook group than the Facebook I've run for years that has over 5,000 women in it. But if you already are over $100,000, you're in the multiple six figures, but you've not mastered the art of working less, of the art of being in control of your calendar, then you need to join the group. It's called Time Freedom is True Wealth, because that's really what the 5% Club was about. It's about getting you to the top 5% of income earners while working less. Because who cares if you make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 if you're busting your ass all the time? It's not like, no, there's a simpler way, such a simpler way. And that's what the 5% Club is about. And that will be my mastermind that I'll be launching in October. So stick around for that. Start watching some of this transition. Again, I'm speaking to you. If you are over that $100,000, maybe you're making $250,000, and that feels like a lot, and it is. And yet, if you're just grinding it out, it means nothing if you're working like a slave to your own business. So that's what leading a life uncommon is all about. It's still being bold. It's still being brave. It's still being an outgoing leader, deciding to lead a life uncommon. So some of the things we're going to talk about too inside that Time Freedom is True Wealth Facebook group is like how to get speaking gigs, PR. What does it look like to hire? How do you know when you should hire? What's your schedule look like? How to be in charge of your own freaking schedule. These are the topics that I want to support you with. I want to support you in that next level, like that next evolution, and really get you to understand fully that you are 1,000% capable of creating the life and the business you want. You are 1,000% capable of leading a life uncommon. You are 1,000% capable of doing the thing that is pulling you forward, 1,000%. Because none of us as little girls were like, we want to be average. We want to be mediocre. We just want to live a common existence. No. But you have to decide to lead it. You have to decide to lead your own life. You have to decide to be the leader in your own life. And that's what I could talk about all day. That is what I love to talk about. That's what I'm brilliant at talking about. This is the kind of level of connection that I have with some of my private clients. And of course, if you've been in any of my groups, you know I have that connection, but I want to go deeper than I've ever gone with you before. That's what brings me joy, and that's what I excel at. Every single client of mine, every single one who implements the work that we do radically transforms who they are as a woman, radically transforms their life, has such an awakening, a transformation on who they be. And of course that impacts their business. Of course that allows them to make more money. Of course that allows them to feel stepping into everything. Woo! Can you tell? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like you guys, I like literally, so the reason we're not having money talk, for those of you who showed up later now, the reason we're not having money talk live on Thursdays is because I'm launching my podcast called Lead a Life Uncommon. Lead a Life Uncommon. It's all the things. So that's my whole like mindset, psychological, emotional health. Like that's a huge focus. But those of you who have been following me and are still interested in business development, coming in October, I will be relaunching my exclusive mastermind for women who are over that six-figure mark that really want to get to the top 5% of income earners in the country, which are $300,000 to $500,000. $300,000 to $500,000 working average three days a week. And maybe for you, you're like, I don't want to work 3 days a week. I like working all the time, but I want to take a month off. Really, it's about you being in charge of your calendar. It's you being in charge of your calendar. Because guess who's in charge of your time? You. You can make your time. So these are all the things that I've been working on behind the scenes. Excuse me. Oh, I have a little bit of allergies going on. I have to tell you too, part of this journey for me, if you've been following me for any time, because I can see you on there, hello, is my own transformation. And I always am transparent with you on that process. And you'll hear this in Lead a Life Uncommon, the podcast. You'll start seeing this if you're in a private Facebook group exclusively for 6+ figure women who want to get to a place where they don't have to work all the time, and that that you're making 25 to 40 grand a month. Your life will radically change when you get to that level and you make it sustainable. Because let me tell you what's not sustainable. Being your own single Sally girl running your own business. That is not sustainable. You being a one-man lady band, spinning plates, like whatever the hell the analogies, metaphors, or whatever it is, right? Like you're spinning all the plates and you're doing all the thing and you're wearing all the hats and you're the toilet scrubber and the like service provider. That is not sustainable. That is not a model. No. If you want to get to the point where you can work less and get up to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, which I'm telling you, you can live an amazing lifestyle that way, radically change how you are existing. You cannot even have it as a thought that you can be Sally Jane solopreneur. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have a huge team, and really why the 5% club, why there's this piece of the puzzle that there's a lot of women out there that don't want huge businesses or huge companies or huge teams or worrying about workman's comp and all that stuff. Because look, I don't know. And so I just have a little teeny tiny team, and I still make, like in the last year, we've done close to $1 million. So these are things that are options for you if you accept them. So you can make a lot of money and you can work less, but you have to be strategic about it and you have to make that decision. So those are all the things. That's why today is the last Money Talk Thursday. Keep a lookout for the podcast coming. You're going to see me doing a lot of promotion around it. And I want to just ask you to listen and comment and subscribe and say, oh my God, it's so fabulous. We love you, Mary. And share it. Share the podcast. August 9th is coming out. Share it with women like you who are amazing and have all the abilities and desires to create everything. And even if you've created everything, but you're not fully loving it and enjoying it and feeling it and just like so proud of yourself for your accomplishments, and you still have these doubts, the stuck doubts, the overwhelmed doubts, the am I enough doubts, all that stuff, that's everything that we're going to be talking about for you to lead a life uncommon, because you deserve that. You deserve like literally everything, and everything is available to you. Like I cannot, like I just wish, with clients, I'm always like, what would you just like bare breasted, here it is to get somebody's attention. Like that's how I feel when I want to tell you that, like literally, what do you want? And I know that most of the time, women don't know what you want. Here's an exercise for you, and then I'm going to end. Why? Because I'm filling out all kinds of, I'm working with somebody and we're filling out all kinds of speaker applications. So I'm going to be speaking again all over the country. So by the way, if you want to put together a group of 20 women, wherever you are in the world, you put them together, high level, high achieving, successful women, I will fly to you. But that's a side note. Here's your exercise. What do you want? A lot of times we don't know exactly what we want. So I want you to pull out your journal and have two columns. One is, should I don't want any more? And big dreams I've never told a soul, or dreams that I might have forgotten that I put on so what's the stuff you don't want? A lot of times we can just rattle that off. See, you're in charge. You created all that stuff, my friend. You created all that stuff you don't want. So therefore, the stuff that you do want is possible. I want you to really take a second, breathe this in, get grounded, and recognize the truth of that statement that you've created what you don't want in your life. If you're not making as much money, if you feel overwhelmed, if you're in a job or your business is not at the level that you want. Your marriage isn't like what you want. Your body isn't like what you're living in a house you don't even want. Why are you sticking? I like one of my former clients, like she lives in a part of the country that's cold. Why? Why? She hates it. Move. Move. And why do I say that? Because I moved here to Oregon 11 years ago. I'm going to be moving to Europe for a few months next year. Life is short. What don't you want anymore? Take responsibility for changing it and creating what you do want. I could talk to you all day long. Enjoy the day. Bye now.